Hey there, party people. This is Kramer Cafe. I'm Kramer. Let's get started. This is my first video on this channel, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to introduce myself to y'all. It took me a while to figure out how I should do this, so long in fact that almost didn't happen, but I finally figured it out. I decided I'm going to tell you my life story and how I got to where I am today through the medium this channel will largely be focused around: fandoms. First, a few fun facts about myself before we dive in. I'm currently 25 years old, I'm living in Florida and hating every second of it, and I'm transgender, pronouns are she, her. I know that might be confusing given my voice and my choice in profile picture, but I say to hell with gender norms, deal with it. Now, without further ado, here are 3 different fandoms that changed my life forever. We begin in the far-off distant land of the year 2001. My family is on vacation in Cancun, and long story short, my 4-year-old self was down with a bad case of Montezuma's Revenge. Yeah, you know those warnings people give you not to drink the water in Mexico? Yeah, listen to those goddamn warnings! So while I was the sickest I have ever been in my life, the only thing I could do on that vacation was watch old episodes of Scooby-Doo Where Are You that my parents brought with us. As I watched that show, my stomach slowly imploding within me, something just sorta clicked. I suddenly had an idea for an episode of Scooby-Doo that I played out in my head. It was about a giant Aztec monster abducting people from a town in Mexico to turn them into ninjas who would rob people on the monster's behalf. I was also big into Ninja Turtles and was 4 at the time, don't judge me. Ironically, I would find out about 10 years later that there already was an episode of Scooby-Doo about a giant Aztec monster that I was completely unaware of at the time. So, not sure how that happened. After that day, I spent pretty much every day making up stories in my head and acting them out with my friends or even by myself. But those stories were mostly just for me. Cut to the year 2013, where most of the shows I watched were on CBS for some reason. The Big Bang Theory, How I Met Your Mother, 2.5 Men. So as you can tell, I am a woman of taste, and that taste is bad. Except for How I Met Your Mother. I love you forever. But as I was saying, none of those shows were the one that changed my life forever. As I watched all those other shows, I would keep seeing promos for this show, Two Broke Girls. Eventually I decided I needed to watch it because those promos made it look so funny. Lies! I watched a single episode of that show and hated every second of it. The episode was titled The Girlfriend Experience, and it was just... there are no words strong enough to express how much I wish I could have that half hour of my life back from that atomic dumpster fire. I just have no idea how that show stayed on the air for 5 years. I can't figure it out. It is truly a mystery. But that show still changed my life because halfway through that episode, I just had to stand up and say, well, I can write better shit than this. And then I did. I started writing scripts for my own original TV pilots. It took me about 4 years before I actually got any good at it, but still. I also started recording my ideas for all these shows. As of today, I have a total of 69 complete scripts written. Of course, only about a third of those are any good, and 5 of them are really worth pitching, but still. And as for ideas, at last count, I've got over 3,600 ideas for TV shows and movies, which is too many. It's just too many. Lord help me, I can't stop coming up with this bullshit. Seriously, oh my god, help. But I digress. Now, I saved the most important fandom that changed my life forever for last. And I just hate that this show is the one that got me to realize I was trans.
He threw up when he found out you were a monster.
Yeah, that show is not fun for me to watch. But the episode where Quagmire's dad came out as trans is what made me realize I was the same way. As of today, I'm currently seeing a counselor trying to get a doctor's note to get my estrogen, my titty skittles, my antihistamines, and many more stupid puns like that. It took about, 10 whole years for me to get to this point. My god, but that sucks to say out loud. But the process has started at least, and that's just amazing. So yeah, those are the 3 fandoms that changed my life forever. I want to close this out just by giving you a quick little rundown on what I'm going to be doing on this channel. It's going to be a lot of fandom stuff, analyses, theories, discussion, and whatnot, on a wide variety of topics ranging from live action to animation to anime. Stuff like who the definitive Spider-Man is across all TV and film, whether or not the cast of Parks and Recreation could survive the apocalypse, or why Dio Brando is the pinnacle of villainous writing. But I'll also be discussing topics related to writing and screenwriting, like tropes that can come in handy when writing your stories, tips on world and character building, and even some ideas that I'll share during these videos that you all are free to take and use however you want, for the most part within reason. And that's it! I look forward to sharing all this upcoming content with you. Until next time, this is Kramer Cafe. I'm Kramer. See you soon.